Oh, hello, and welcome to the Orion Bowl for week number 12. Can you believe we are in week 12 already? I think it's 12. Let me just double check that. I'm fairly sure we are now in week 12. That's what it says on the computer. So I'm going to go with week 12. Wow, it's flown by. Literally, after this week, 3 more weeks left of the fantasy regular season. It's all coming in, isn't it? But it's actually still wide open, especially in the Orion Bowl, because we're either all as good as each other or we're all as shit as each other. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I'm going to say that we are all fantastic, and that's why it is so close. So let's have a look at what happened last week in week number 11 by taking a look at week 11's entourage. So, Vinny Chase obviously was Jonathan Taylor. Wow, what a man, what a message, what a score for taking the Baltimore Ravens to another win. That's the first time I've had a winning record since week 1. So I'm now on a two win streak. And as pointed out by the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, shout out Mr. Forbes for making me aware of this. It looks like for Jonathan Taylor, that was the second highest individual player score in the history of the Orion Bowl League. So obviously he got 50 odd, and Alvin Kamara seems to be the only individual player that's done higher than that. In 2020 they did 53.20. So wow, absolutely insane. Obviously Jonathan Taylor gets the Vinny Chase Award because he is the absolute star of the Baltimore offense and of the and of the Colts offense as well, to be fair. And then we've got the Johnny Drama Award. Because he is the fucking game, and he's shown it time and time again. Like, take a bow, Justin Herbert. He's led the Gorillas to yet another win, keeping them in the hunt for those final few playoff positions. And you know the playoff positions are kind of they're getting harder and harder to come by, but it is all still very open, to be fair. And then what was the Turtle Award this week? The Turtle Award this week has to definitely go to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, because whilst he put up numbers that that anyone would be proud of, it's like Jalen Hurts has been so inconsistent this season. It's just you don't know what to expect from him. But a 30.78 to take the team with no Namath to another win, to get him back in that win column. Congratulations, Namath. I knew you could snap that streak, buddy. I knew you could do it. It's like it's just you're top of the league and then you've slipped a bit, but now you get that foot on that gas pedal, you can stay up there in the playoffs and we can duke it out when it comes to the knockouts. But Jalen Hurts by far is way better than expected, just like Turtle from the TV show Entourage. Anyway, the Ari Gold, Jeremy Piven, Diversity Range. That's it. Yeah. Diversity Range Award. God, I'm forgetting all my bits now. This is crazy. So anyway, you got to give it to Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler, come on. 50 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 65 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. That is absolutely mental. That is as diverse as it gets. That is just as diverse as Jeremy Piven's acting range, so therefore he gets the Ari Gold Jeremy Piven Award. The E Award goes to Dak Prescott because 2.64 from a quarterback is just unacceptable, just like the character E in Entourage was completely unacceptable. Although, side note, I would say he has already stepped it up this week at Thanksgiving. He put up a solid 25, which is much, much better. So over the course of 2 weeks, he's put up a good quarterback score. Anyway, let's have a quick look at coaches' questions. We always get a couple of emails every week asking the coach of the Baltimore Ravens questions about his lineup and such. So here we go. Great work, week 11 coach. Thank you very much. Thank you. But how does it feel to have Taylor put up 50 and still not get the week's highest score because you are such a fantasy pleb? You know what? Still don't care. Don't care. It's put me second in the league. I'm second, baby. I don't know how long I'll stay there because, as I said, it's all very, very close still. Nobody has quite made the playoffs yet, which is crazy. Like, in theory, the Colts could still fall out of the playoffs. That could actually happen. It would take a lot for it to happen, don't get me wrong. They're all but in, but not mathematically. Mathematically, there's still a chance, okay? But second question is, Do you really have what it takes? Do you really think that you have what it takes to beat the Colts? And do you really think that after stringing together 2 wins for the first time this season, you could catch the Colts and take the belt? I'm going to say probably not, to be fair. A lot would need to happen in order for that to occur. But mathematically, it could still happen. I've still got my eyes on the prize. I want that belt. I want the belt. I want the trophy. I want it all. I've already got 1 trophy for the worst team, and that was last year. Bunch of idiots. But this year, things have been looking better. Like I said, it's really close all over the place. It's very difficult to predict who's going to win week in, week out. And I think that is a testament to the quality of this league. So congratulations to everybody. End of questions. So now, we'll have a quick peek at the league table. Because, where is it? Yeah. League table. It's, oh, wow. I mean, obviously, as I said, the Colts still sitting pretty at the top. They're not quite out of danger yet because you've got like the Dennis Trey Gorillas who are sitting at 5 and 6. Like obviously, including this week, you've got weeks 12 and then you've got another 3 weeks. So that's 4 potential wins. So in theory, everyone sitting at 5 wins could catch the Colts if they lose every game, like I said, which is very, very unlikely. But just if they were to lose every game and the Gorillas were to lose every game, for instance, that would put the Indianapolis Colts out of the playoffs. Nobody has made the playoffs yet. It is week 12 and nobody is guaranteed a playoff position. We're either really good or really shit, guys. It's one or the other. But obviously, I'm sitting in second place now because my points differential, I think I've scored the most points in the league. I have. The old Baltimore Ravens are the highest scoring team in the league currently in 2021. That is just, I mean, I can't believe that can't be right, can it? That can't be right. I'm just, yeah, I do feel bad for the coach's sons because they're like, what, 3rd or 4th highest scorer, I think, something like that. 5th highest scorer, but they're sitting last. Anyway, wow. Okay, so, yeah, sitting in second, but again, because the team with no name with won last week as well, they're sitting at second as well. My points, I'm sitting on nearly 200 points more than them on the season though. So I should win that tiebreaker. But I mean, I also beat them twice. I clean sweeped them this year. So then if we finish on the same record, they're not finishing above me, I don't think. Anyway. We've got San Diego Harlots sitting there in 4th position, currently taking up the last playoff spot. And but then you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 people, 4 teams, all on 5 and 6. Every single one of them could still make the playoffs. This is as exciting as it gets. It's all wide open. It's all to play for. So speaking of all to play for, let's go ahead and take a look at the matchups this week. First up, we have got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Indianapolis Colts. Now, we've already had a few players playing in this one. I decided to take a little bit of a gamble on Mooney for the Chicago Bears because obviously Robinson was ruled out, which pushes him up to kind of wide receiver 1. And you know what? 123 yards and 2 rushing yards, no touchdowns. He still got 12.50. I will take that. I will take that all day. That's not a bad score considering. Like if he'd have put a touchdown on top of that, it would have been a fantastic score. But so that was and then I played the Cowboys defense, which was a terrible idea. I picked up the Panthers defense because I thought they had a better matchup, although they are away from home. But either way, they're going to have to do pretty badly to do worse than the Cowboys. The Cowboys only put up 5 points, which is, you know, considering they did get a return touchdown as well, then I was very lucky they got that touchdown on special teams because otherwise I think it would have been either 1-0 or potentially even minus, looking at the fact they let 36 points up against them. They're idiots. But then Dak Prescott had a good game for the Indianapolis Colts. What a bastard. Put up 25.30. But yeah, so that's a decent game for Prescott. However, I didn't notice at first that the Indianapolis Colts head coach decided to call an audible. I was very lucky that I took out because when I woke up in the morning, I was like, I'm pretty sure I did take Ingram out because he was doubtful to play. I wasn't sure, but then I checked and I had taken him out, thank God, because he was inactive. And yeah, the old Colts decided to pick up Mr. Jones, who was the next up in that New Orleans running game. And unfortunately, he did 27 rushing yards, which is not good. That's not good. Has that left an opening for the Burts? Honestly, I think that Dak Prescott has done more than enough to kind of smooth over that little blip there for the Indianapolis Colts. And it's just his team just seems to work. They just seem to put up good numbers. So and obviously Taylor's not putting up 50 points again, you know. I've got, Mahomes out. Knox has already put up 15 points. So obviously I've probably already played the wrong tight end because Gronkowski's probably going to go off with back spasms if he even plays at all. And then you've got Robinson, who's kind of... He's just playing on a bad team, but they do seem to keep running the ball, so hopefully I can get maybe a 10 from them. Stafford at Green Bay, they're away, and yeah, I don't know. I don't have much confidence. And Mitchell's questionable, but is expected to play. If Mitchell doesn't play, I have to put Metcalf in. And that offense in Seattle have just been a bit anemic at the moment. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say that with that giant score from Dak Prescott, that definitely gives the Indianapolis Colts the edge in this one. So the Colts are going to put an end to the Baltimore Ravens winning streak. They're going to cement their place in the playoffs, if not just at the top as well. So, yeah, going to take the Colts in that one. Now we've got the coach's sons taking on the San Diego Harlots. Now, again, there are some points on the board already here. So we've got David Montgomery, who did 7.4. That's not brilliant. That's for the Harlots. Stephon Diggs, who put up 13.40, which is... That's not bad, actually. That's not bad. I would take that all day. But he is one of his power players. He might have wanted a little bit more than that. And then you had a 7 return from the coach's sons from old T-Bass. And yeah, looking at it, you've got Lamar Jackson, Melvin Gordon, Christian McCaffrey, Jefferson, Chase. All of a sudden, you're looking at this coach's sons lineup and you're thinking, damn. That they could and mathematically they can still get into the playoffs. Like they do have to win every game, I think, but mathematically they could still get in. They could still sneak in if everybody shits the bed and they start doing well. And honestly, with McCaffrey back, there's every chance that happens. Every chance. I think I'm going to lean towards the coach's sons here. I think I'm taking the Suns. The Suns. They're gonna. Don't call that a comeback. Come on, coach's sons. I haven't got a favourite, so I love the Harlots as well. I'll be sitting drinking with the Harlots later on, so I better not say anything too bad, because, they might kick me in the shins or something. No, that'd be terrible. But anyway, Dallas Stray Gorillas versus Baby got first pick. Now, the Dallas Stray Gorillas got a 10 from Elliott. They got a 12 from Schultz and a 6.80 from Pollard. So basically, he's played 3 players, got 30 points. That's not too bad. And Baby got first pick, has played 1 player and got 9.5. So that's not too bad at all. That's not terrible. Like it's kind of neck and neck at the moment. They're almost starting from scratch. So you just got to look at who else are playing. Brady, obviously, he's got a fairly good matchup against the Colts. The Colts defense has been letting up a few points, but Herbert at Denver, is probably going to put up more points, I'd imagine. Keenan Allen as well. Henderson as well against Green Bay. You got Justin Tucker, who we've seen before, can put up 17 points on his own. But is Nick Chubb going to be back? Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley and Harris. Oh, Saquon Barkley and Chubb could be the difference makers here. I'm going to lean towards Baby got first pick just because Saquon is back and Chubb is back. That's a dangerous duo. Man. And we've got the Legion of Hope taking on the team with no Namath. There are some points on the board in this one already. So we had Jacobs getting 17.20. That's a decent score. The Bears defense did kind of let the Legion of Hope down just a little bit, getting 4, but it was a decent score from the running back. So overall, they're probably just about right. Team with no Namath got 3.30 from their tight end. Waller's really good as well normally. That is a little bit of a fly in the old ointment, isn't it? A little bit of a fly in the old ointment. But Hurts, if he can still keep performing like he has been, Fournette has been looking good, Godwin as well. Then you've got Rodgers, Mixon, Cook, Thielen, Cup. Oh, good Lord. Look at those players. I am so sorry. I'm going to have to give the team with no Namath the no chance in hell picture. There is no chance in hell that after having your good tight end limited to 3.3, I don't think there is any way in hell you're marching in there against the Legion of Hope and taking on the likes of Rodgers, Mixon, Cook, Thielen, Cup. Like that. That's a terrifying lineup there, isn't it? Terrifying. No chance in hell. Sorry, Namath. But you're still probably going to make the playoffs. I don't think this really hurts your playoff chances, because it will get you kind of even, and then maybe your schedule evens out. But either way, as Bobby California once said, one of my favourite characters in the US office history, you know, for those that I picked for, prove me right. For those that I picked against, prove me wrong. And we will see how the league table is looking next week in the Orion Bowl.